Joining me now is Kristen Welker from NBC's Meet the Press. Kristen, always great to have you on a Sunday. Now, we're just 2 days away from Election Day. Both camps trying to get Black and Latino voters out to the polls. When it comes to former President Donald Trump, he and Senator J.D. Vance trying to distance themselves and dismiss a comment a comedian made at a rally last weekend. He called Puerto Rico a, quote, floating island of garbage. Now, do you think their moves here are enough, or by association, do you think that these hurtful words could have a lasting effect come election night?
You know, it's great to be with you, Angelina. It is hard to know. We will have to wait until Election Day to find out. Here's what I can tell you. We know that there has been a backlash in the Puerto Rican community, in the Latino community writ large, and beyond that, quite frankly. So the Harris campaign aiming to capitalize, particularly in a key battleground state like Pennsylvania. They think actually that they are gaining some ground on the back of this controversy. But of course, President Biden had his own gaffe in responding to the comedian's words when he appeared to respond to Donald Trump supporters as garbage. He quickly walked that back. He said, look, he's not talking about Trump supporters. He was just talking about those comments by the comedian. But of course, the Trump team is trying to capitalize on that misstep. And here's what I would say, just zooming out, in a race this close, it is possible that any one of these gaffes or missteps could have an impact around the edges. So we'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. Of course, zooming out, polling has showed this race is deadlocked. We are going to have brand new polling today, Angelina, with the great Steve Kornacki, and we'll break that all down coming up on the show.
We're looking forward to that. I want to touch on the Latinx voters again and the battleground states like you mentioned, like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. Do you think that they're now going to play a key role moving forward when it comes to electing the next president?
Absolutely. There's no doubt. And in fact, we've seen both candidates crisscrossing some of those states that you mentioned. Where are they closing out the race? Largely in blue wall states like Michigan, like Wisconsin, like Pennsylvania. In fact, both candidates have multiple stops in Pennsylvania on Election Day, a sign that the Keystone State could be extremely critical to whoever wins the White House. It's the battleground state with the largest numbers of electoral votes, so expect a lot of focus there. But look, the map has expanded, as you have said, and so we'll be watching all of those states really closely.
When we talk about that new poll that you were just mentioning, I know that you guys are going to break it down, but is it still showing a razor-thin margin between these two, or has anything changed?
Well, I can't give you the results of the poll yet. You have to tune in, but I can just tell you we'll be watching for that all-important head-to-head matchup, and then we'll be watching to see which candidate does better on the question of change. We know that that is a critical issue for voters. So who gets higher marks? Who does better on top issues like the economy, like immigration, like reproductive rights? We'll have it all coming up on the program.
Sunday's a big day. Kristen, always great to have you. Thank you so much. Meet the Press airs at 10 right after 11 Live Weekend Morning News.